All right. Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Charmaine, right here at Free2Prayz Solutions Incorporated. I got my Executive Vice President, Nakia, with me tonight, and the lovely Clantons are in the house on tonight. We are going to have so much fun tonight. We're just going to be celebrating Black love on tonight. We're going to be talking about what our love languages are. And so we hope that you will continue to tune in on tonight as they share their love story, as we highlight them as one of the couples that we admire for the love they have for one another, as well as their children. Hello, Clantons. How are y'all tonight?
Good. How are you?
Doing good, doing good, doing good. Happy to have you all. Thank you so much for allowing us to come into your home tonight to share your love story. We greatly appreciate you all. And we just love how you love on one another and love on your children. And we wanted to share that with the world on tonight. So thank you for allowing us to come on and tell us tonight how the two of you met.
We met in 2010, freshman year of college, in the dorms. We were in the same dorms. It was kind of funny because my dorm room was 505, his was 205, and he was working night. What's it called? Night reset.
Yeah, I was working at the front. I was working at the front desk.
Okay.
Yeah, he's working at the front desk, and I see him all the time. I'm like, hey, how are you? How you doing? And then one night, I can't remember what it was, but I stayed out in the lobby, and it was kind of like we kind of had a little party going on in the lobby. And I was like, okay, I need to tap out. I need to go to sleep. Dimitri's like, I gotta stay here till 5 a.m. So I was like, okay. I said, you know what? I got a portable DVD player. You want to use it? He's like, yes, please. I gave him that portable DVD player, and the rest is history from there.
Okay. So what was it about? So who made the first move? Like, who made the first, like, inkling, like, okay, this might be somebody I want to pursue?
I think she did. She did it in a real passive way.
Okay.
Just, I don't know. I think she had like grabbed my phone. Back in the day, the flip phones. So she grabbed my phone and she put her number in there. I think I had got a text. I'm like, you did. I said, you took my phone and put. She said, yep, so did. And then after that, we kind of just really built a friendship at that point. We just were able to just talk a lot. So from that, I would say she made the first move. I'm gonna say that.
I kind of did that because he had the DVD player, and I was like, you know what? Instead of making it awkward, like, hey, instead of coming knocking on my door, you getting off at 5 a.m. I just like, I texted him right before I went to sleep. I was like, hey, you can just keep it. I'll get it tomorrow. It's just like, so it's in there. Mm-hmm. You got it. Don't got to make that awkward, like how I'm going to give it back to you type of thing. So, yeah, I own that. I took the first move.
Okay.
So how long did you date? How long did you guys date? Did y'all date?
What would you say? It was like on and off?
Sure. It
was on and
see,
off.
Our memories all types of This is a complex relationship. It took us a minute to get together, but when we got together, I think we dated for like maybe about a year or two, but we've known each other since we were 17. Mm-hmm. So from that standpoint, like I knew immediately that I wanted to marry her, but I just waited.
Okay. What is it about her?
She was super kind, super genuine. She was just so she was just a good listener. I could tell her. Can I finish my story?
I'm sorry.
She was just super kind and genuine. And she didn't judge. I felt really comfortable opening up to her about certain things, and she never judged me. She was really objective and just kind of was there to listen. So that's the one thing I love.
Okay.
I love you too, boo.
All right.
What's so special? What's special about him?
Dimitri, he is very selfless. He would.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you are very selfless. He would once it's established, like, okay, you're a friend, you're my people. It's like he takes that to a whole nother level. And it's like out of all the friends I've had, male and female, I can say I was making a point to make sure that I was there for him the way he was for me. So one event that sticks out most in my mind is that his college graduation, because he ended up transferring schools, so he ended up graduating from 2 different colleges. And his graduation, what was it? I had to be there like at 7 or 8
Yeah, it was
in the
super
morning.
early, but you had like another engagement that day too.
When I say I was booked and busy this entire weekend, Thursday to Sunday, it was like no inkling of space or anything for myself. And I was like, okay, I gotta get there. It's at 8 o'clock. Okay, I gotta leave here at by 6 a.m. to get there on time. I done got home at 12. It's like, okay, gotta get everything turned around. And I still made it a point and I was like, okay. I told him, I said, I can only stay for the ceremony. Then he's like, I got another special recognition afterwards. Can you stay? I'm looking at my watch. I'm like, okay, I can swing just a little bit time here. And I was like, I'm doing it just for you. Just know if it was anybody else, I'd have been like, sorry, gotta go. I need this buffer time between these events. But I was literally like, boom, 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 boom. Mm-hmm. And even my family knew it. They were like, oh, it's something with Dimitri. Oh, we know what that means. We know what's about to happen. Shatori gotta make it there. By hook or crook, Shatori gotta make it there.
So how long? Well, I will say this first. When did you get married? Let's start there first.
We got married August 3rd, 2018.
Oh, okay.
You're still soaking wet. We still got water behind our ears.
And the marriage space, that is true.
So I have one question. What I would say, what keeps the spice in your marriage, or is it anything? What keeps the spice in your marriage?
I feel like I do the spiciness. I'm just really
Okay.
outgoing. I like to switch things up, a little razzle dazzle here, little razzle dazzle there. I think I'm just really open and, try to different things and maybe things I listen to what she wants, right? And what she needs. So if it's something that I'm not comfortable, like, okay, I'm still going to try it. It works out, but I just really listening to what she wants and needs is how I go about it.
Okay.
What about you, Shatori?
I try to do stuff out of the box that we wouldn't normally do. Like, I'm the type of person like, now he wants to jump out of a plane. I'm not that adventurous, but but I'm like, let's go. We haven't been to, we haven't been on a cruise together. Let's go on a cruise, or let's do painting with a twist. Let's do it at home. Let's set the stage for ourselves. As always, something that we wouldn't normally do, or something that we didn't do previously in other relationships. It's like, okay, I want to go to a play. We'll go to a play. Yes, let's go to a play. Let's get dressed up. Let's go to a play. Let's get the playwright to sit there and be all fancy frou with it. Okay. And then like the painting thing is like, I really like to create things and do make things. So it's kind of like, let me bring it into my space. See how you like that. And it comes out and he's like, this is frustrating. And then at the end of it, he's like, oh, this is really cool. I said, see, you got open mind. It's a lot of stuff you can do there. So just going against what is like the norm, like not no dinner and a movie, like let's do something different. Let's break the mold and do use our brains, like make us really think about what we're doing and how we're doing it together.
So you would say that you have shared a lot of firsts together?
I would say so. Yeah, I would say so.
Very much so, yeah.
So tell us, what are some challenges that you had to face as a couple?
I would have to say family, other family, sometimes family and communication, but I will say the major keys is family.
Okay.
Just trying, yeah, I'm gonna just say family.
Okay.
For me, it's challenges as communication. We have two very different communication styles, and learning to work with each other with our communication styles has been a challenge for me. I mean, I don't say challenge is like it's not something that we're actively working on. Just knowing that I could say this is where we're struggling at,
Right.
and we doing what we can to fix that, because we both know, we both are able to say, okay, we got some issues right here that we need to work out, and we're open to working them out and talking about it to be better in the communication world.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Okay.
Okay.
And you guys equally see, the progress as you move forward.
Oh, for sure. We as a couple and individually.
Okay.
It helps I think for us it helps in the, just not for our relationship, but as in our individual self, like he was saying. It's like we originally went on it to help communicate with each other, but we're seeing the lasting benefits and effects of just communicating, period, with outside of our marriage with other people. So
okay. So with pandemic, which has been very difficult, interesting for all of us, what have you learned about your marriage during this pandemic? Anything?
That we're pretty solid. I think that we're pretty solid because I feel like the pandemic put couples through a ringer. Because you're in each other's faces all the time, and that time when you're at work, you're not at work, you're working at home, and so I think we've been able to. I think it's taught us how to balance, to communicate more, and knowing that the challenges that we go through, we can still bounce back from. So that's what the pandemic has taught us. Well, from my point.
yeah, resilience in there.
For sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's talk love languages tonight. So what would you say, or if you know, what are your love languages, and how has it been helpful in your marriage? Say for the most part, in whether that's communication or just loving one another or understanding one another better. How has it been useful? So first, let's start by saying what your love languages are, and then how you maybe effectively use it in your marriage.
Well, I know, but one of my key ones is words of affirmation. That's just something I just started off of. Just a simple thank you, or just a simple this really helps me get through the day, or especially if it's one of those days I'm just not feeling it, whether it's work or whatnot, but just those words are really too big for me.
And my love language is quality time.
Okay.
And it's I think that's apparent in the things that I'm like, okay, let's do this together. Let's figure these things out. Let's go ahead and think something different. But I'm very much a quality time person. We could be sitting and watching TV shows, or we could be sitting crafting, or we could be out doing some type of excursion in the mountains or something. It's just like, as long as we're together, I'm like, I'm good. We're here. This is what I need. This is what I thrive off of.
So would you say that you all are pretty, I guess, respectful or pretty aware of each other's love languages?
Yeah, I would say so. And I always try to make it a point to do something, whether that's us. So she loves Grey's Anatomy. I am not the big fan, but I will sit there and watch it with her and conversate about whatever happened. Like, see, that's why I don't like this show, because it's such and such reason. But that taking that hour to especially after a long day with work and dealing with the kids, and at least us watching a show that she likes or that I like or we both like, and just conversate that, or just talking. So whatever quality time we do get when we have our business days, I make sure to make the point to at least try to make it an hour out the day just for me and her. Like, no distractions, no phone, none of that.
You know what your second? What would you say? Go ahead. Go ahead.
I say to his love language with the words of affirmation. It's and I think it's key to know that his words, he starts off with words of affirmation, but having it in the note form rather than
Okay.
saying it verbally is received differently. And I see that he likes the cards and the notes and the random, like I'll like do the old school folded up little paper, little football papers, and do that, write it out for him. Or I know sometimes back when it was pre-pandemic, I would get cards, or like if it was Valentine's Day, get him a card, set it on his chair, on his seat at night while he sleeps. So when he wake up in the morning and is going to work, it's like, oh, it's here, you know. But I was able to take that too. It's like, okay, where's the affirmation? But it's received better if it's written down or in a card or in a paper form. And it's not to take away from it being said verbally, but I just know that for him, that serves a greater purpose with it being written as opposed to it being said.
And that's awesome. And I mean, even being able to determine that extra step, that is not just words, but it's the words actually taking the time to write them out. And I guess that makes sense, because you know that it's not something that's just rolling off of somebody's tongue, but they're actually taking the time to actually write out exactly what they feel, what they want to say. So I think that's awesome.
Let's see. Is there anything that what do you hope your children will learn from your marriage as they get older?
What Black love is. I really want them to take away what Black love is and what it's like for a man to treat a woman and vice versa. So, for example, when I usually like split the time with the twins. So when I take one of them to the grocery store, I always get mommy flowers. Right? What type of flowers are you going to pick for mommy? Just knowing just the small things, and you know, you're like, okay, Dad, when we go next, I'm going to pick the pink flowers next time. All right, cool. That sounds like a thing. Just kind of know like how to, you know, as far as opening the door, like let mommy go first. You know, she's our queen. You know, you're the prince, I'm the king. So just stuff like that, and just to know that their mom is head at the highest level. It should be that way.
Yes, I definitely take the Black love, like take all of that. But to also know that it is work and it is a partnership, and that it should never be one-sided for anything. Like it shouldn't be all you, or it shouldn't be all her, or whoever you choose your mate to be. It shouldn't be all that one side. It should be you guys coming together, talking about it, true partnership, and knowing that it's okay that everything not going to be perfect. It's going to be trials and tribulations, and you got to figure out what you got to do to work through it. It's not nothing that can't be done if you don't put the work in. So
that's good. That's good. That's good. Now, what advice would you give a couple who is preparing for marriage, or that single person who is kind of waiting or trying to find that perfect, or I would say that person that is designed for them?
I would definitely say prayer. You know, pray for that right person, but also know what you want in a person, and know what your likes and dislikes. You know, I feel like you need to go through a period of time of things we like and things we don't like. You know, making sure that, you know, that knowing that when you enter a relationship, it's going to be different, you know, but you have to take your time, but really just kind of knowing what you want. If, you know, if couples for our getting married, you know, we did counseling before, didn't we? So I encourage counseling before and during, you know, your relationship, because it just kind of keeps that maintenance part of the marriage. So, but especially for the single person, be patient, don't rush it.
Yeah, I would say to definitely take time for, and not even just a single person, but for people in a relationship to take time to know what it is about yourself. You can learn as a single person about yourself, and you can learn about yourself in a relationship too. Don't sacrifice yourself for the relationship, because then you lose yourself, and then that's a whole nother spin-off and snowball of things that will happen. But really understand who you are as a person, and know what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept. And if it takes time, it's okay to say, okay, I gotta step back to figure out what I really need for myself. And sometimes sometimes you have to step away from your relationship, or you just have to be like, I can't be focused on a relationship right now because I need to focus on myself. And Definitely in that as well is mental health. There's just like I'm saying, don't sacrifice yourself. It's a lot of, okay, this is what I need to do to heal myself. This is what I need to do to be able to show up and be present for the man that I'm praying for the woman that I'm praying for. Like, this is how I need to show up and be present for that, not only for myself, but for my relationship or marriage.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yes. So at this point, we'd like to let you, well, both of you, show some love to your partner. Want to give a special shout out? Anybody?
Shout out to you, boo. You got my heart, girl. You my favorite jazz music, Miles Davis. So what, baby?
Mwah. You took what I was about to say though. I was gonna say shout out to you, boo. That's what I say all the time.
I've been around you so much.
It's okay. I we can share that one. We can share that. But I love you. I appreciate you.
All right, big fella.
I appreciate you. But it's not many people that you can say that you've been friends with for 10 plus years, or even have this relationship going.
Yeah, and I'm still here. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Lord.
I appreciate you and I love you, and I look forward to many more. Many more. You're gonna be old on the porch with the Rocketeers. Yep.
Right. Well, that's the end of our section tonight. We are so grateful for you. We really enjoyed hearing about your love story on tonight and just being able to spend time with you all. We wish you nothing but the best of Black love, of life, of health, of strength. We'll definitely keep you in our prayers, along with raising 3 beautiful children and being young yourselves. You're doing an awesome job. We're so proud of you, and we encourage you to stay on the wall and keep fighting for your marriage. If there's anything that we could ever do for you, just chime in, text us, call us, email us, let us know, and we'll be there to do the very best that we can. So hang in there, take care, enjoy this new year, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Love you, Charmaine.